Virgo, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your May 2023 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who've liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, I take out the cross spread as always, and also pull the 4 agreements, wisdom, oracle, and Mudra card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. Alright, so we have 4 and 4th house energy for you guys as Sagittarius, and astrologically speaking, not really anything going on there, but I do see Sagittarius energy in your spread. And yeah, that points to home and family. And we have Virgo, so that's you guys, obviously. Astrologically speaking, I don't think there's going to be anything coming into your sign just yet, but obviously you could just be saying you have a bit of a focus on yourselves this month. And we have the North Node. So the North Node is actually in Taurus, and of course we'll be moving through Taurus season for the first few weeks of May. And of course that's going to be involved in the eclipse season that we'll be entering as well, so makes sense to see that. But yeah, the North Node currently, Taurus energy, that's your 9th house, so that could be pointing to philosophy, higher learning, foreign affairs. And that's also, generally speaking, 9th house energy is naturally ruled by Sagittarius. So that could be what the connection is we see there too. Alright, so with all that away, we'll get started with the main spread. In the main situation position, we have the Knight of Swords, and challenging that, we have the 6 of Cups. So Scorpio energy here and Gemini energy here. Now, this card tends to come up quite often during the Mercury retrograde cycles, which we're just about to enter here, so it could just be pointing to that, where you might be reflecting on the past in some way. For some of you, this could even be around a career situation. But with the challenge obstacle here, I feel like this is saying that there could be an opportunity at play for you to rectify a situation from the past, but it might require the extending of an olive branch, and that could be what the hurdle's been to this point, right? So we do see a little bit of intensity in this card, right? So maybe that's the hurdle there, where neither side seems to want to be the one to come forward and extend the olive branch. All right. In the foundation position, we have the Ace of Swords. So seeing this here could just be saying that you might come to a realization on what the best way would be to tackle the situation. So maybe you come to a realization about how to mend the connection, right? If you even want to or not, things along those lines. But it looks like you could definitely be getting some insight there. And given that we're going to have a full moon in your 3rd house of communication, could be pointing to a time on when you might get that insight. All right, past energy, we have the 6 of Wands. So whatever the situation is, there's probably a lot of success around it, or at the very least a potential for some success with the situation. And for some of you, this could even be like a bit of an image rehabilitation thing, right? Where if we look at the artwork there, it looks like they're rushing back toward the energy of the 6 of Wands. So saying you might be trying to restore some level of success that you might have had in the past. All right, in the present position, we have the Empress. So yeah, so for some of you, this could be pointing to what we're talking about there, right? Where it could just be saying your energy right now, you're more in the receptive mode, where if there's going to be some kind of a mending of this situation from the past, you're hoping for that to come to you, right? Rather than you having to be proactive and go toward it. So that's what I see with that. It's a Venus energy as well, so as far as where Venus is going to be, the first week or so, it's going to be in Gemini, which is your 10th house of career and social status, which again, Knight of Swords energy is Gemini as well. Then it's going to move on into your 11th house, friendships, hopes and wishes. So yeah, could just be pointing to that as well. All right, in the near future position, we have the Tower. So between this and the Ace of Swords, I feel like this is another indicator that timeline-wise, you might really get some insight on how you want to handle the situation when we have that full moon eclipse in Scorpio. So that's what I'm seeing with that. I think that's going to be around a little bit past the end of the first week of May, I believe. But yeah, that's what I see with that. Could just be, again, I'm getting the energy of like a sudden insight around the situation. All right, in the position of your influence in a situation, we have the Knight of Wands. So yeah, I think that whatever this situation is with the eclipse, it's actually going to cause you to take action around the situation. And for some of you, given that this is fourth house energy for you, it could just be saying that maybe this is even a family connection that you're trying to mend in some way too. So initially I was thinking maybe more of a career related thing, but for some of you it could be around family as well. All right. In the environment position, we have the 10 of Swords. So whatever this is, I feel like this is saying that one way or another, energetically, the situation, the stalemate, whatever the case may be, is meant to come to an end in one way or another, right? So it could just be one of those things where perhaps the door will be closed, right? So either you have to take action to rectify the situation, or the opportunity would just be taken off the table altogether. So just something to be mindful with that. And again, like I said, I feel like there's a polarity there. I mean, we see the fourth house energy with your dice, and we see that with the Sagittarius energy for you. With the Gemini energy, we're seeing here it's 10th house. So for a lot of you, it might be like a family versus career type thing. So maybe you're trying to find a balance there. But for a lot of you, I feel like this is either pointing to family connections or career. Romantic connections seem a little less likely, but that's possible as well, I suppose. Right. In the Hopes or Fears position, we have the Death card. So this can almost be a 50-50 proposition too, right? Some of you might be hoping for the situation to come to an end. But I think for some of you, there could be some fear around that too, right? So it does seem like there is a desire to get the situation back on track. But again, it seems like the desire for you to be the one to take action around it seems to be was lacking. It looks like I said this Tower energy with the Ace of Swords might change that for you, where you might feel a shift to where you do feel more inclined to take action. But at least looks like initially you might be feeling like you're not really in the mood to take action on it. All right, and in the outcome position, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So this is actually a Taurus energy here, represents the last 10 degrees of Taurus, so it could just be saying that around the middle of May, you might be reflecting back on the situation, right, and feeling like, okay, is it worth it, putting more time and energy into a situation, right? We see the Six Pentacles there, the one by itself, and to me, this makes me think of, I usually see it one of two ways. Usually, to me, it's this person looking back on the work it took for them to get those Six Pentacles, right? And wondering if they have the energy to have another six come up, right? Or energy and patience. And then another way I could see this could also be comparison, right? Where if you're looking at what someone else has accomplished, like, oh, this person had Six Pentacles, I only have one, right? So it could just be one of those things where you're in a bit of a reflective energy, but in a more negative sense. So just be on the lookout for that. And I mean, that can make sense too, because as we mentioned, you're going to have that Mercury retrograde in Taurus too. So definitely be a lot of reflecting there. And the bottom of the deck, we have the Hermit. So this is actually the major arcana card for your sign. And if we look at them, they're actually basically looking right down toward that Knight of Swords and Six of Cups energy. So for a lot of you, I feel like this is something that you have given a lot of thought to and probably been spinning your wheels around it for a while. But I feel like if that's the case, the retrograde might actually be good as far as between that and full moon eclipse in your third house. I feel like it's going to finally shed some light on what you want to do, whether you do extend an olive branch, decide to leave the situation behind altogether, right? Whatever the case may be, I feel like you're going to get the insight you need this month. All right, moving on to your Four Agreements card, we have Always Do Your Best, and it says take your life and enjoy it. Okay, it says you are alive, so take your life and enjoy it. You were born with the right to be happy, to love, and to share your love. Just to be, to take a risk and enjoy your life is all that matters. So, I mean, definitely a pretty positive message there, especially if you feel like you are spinning your wheels, like I said, maybe overthinking things, right? And that could even be saying that take a risk and enjoy your life. That could even be what the Six of Cups energy is pointing to, right? So another way we could look at that Gemini energy, given that for you guys, that's your house of career and social status. It's saying maybe if you've been putting too much time and energy into that and maybe taking it a little bit too seriously lately, right? Maybe the better release for you there might be to just reconnect with old friends, something along those lines, right? Just something to connect you back to when you're more of a playful, vibrant energy. All right, moving on to your Wisdom Oracle card. We have messaged in the bottom. There's the artwork, and the number is 15. So we'll see what this has to say. Okay, communication, a sign, a claydon pointing the way to your highest good. The Oracle's message. Spirit sends you signs when you ask for them, when you believe you will receive them, and when you allow yourself to become fluent in the language of symbols, oracles, and omens. They may come to you as a bird flying by, a logo on a truck, and a song on the radio. Expect confirmation that you're pointed in the right direction. Keep your ears open, for someone might say just the right thing that will give you the answer to your query. Today, your message is this: Spirit hears you, and the reply is favorable. So yeah, definitely a pretty positive message there, especially with ninth house energy that you're going to be experiencing for the most part in May. You could get a lot of insights around situations with conditions like that. All right, the relationship message says you can expect someone to favor you with positive news. This could be in the form of a letter, phone call, or email. You are the intended receiver of this message, so stay open to what you learn. Only good will come of it in the end. The signs are all there. So yeah, again, a pretty positive message there too. Like I said, looking at these energies overall, it seemed like the romantic relationship dynamic seemed the least likely of the scenarios, but that's what you guys are looking for, some guidance for there. Hopefully that resonates. And the prosperity message says you are on target with your purpose and your passion. You are coming into alignment with your destiny, and Spirit wants you to know that you're on the right track. Expect a call, a new opportunity, or a message from an old friend or business contact that will lead you closer to your dreams and your greatest desires. Spirit has been listening to you. So yeah, again, a pretty positive message there. And talking about an old friend or business contact, right? Where I was saying for a lot of you, I feel like this could be a career-related thing. So yeah, there might be the opportunity to link back up with someone from your past and possibly have some success there. So hopefully that resonated. And lastly, we have a mudra for you guys. This is your mudra here. It's the Kilaka mudra. The keyword for it is union. All right, and there's the info. If you want to pause it or take a screenshot to read what it has to say, but it says tonifies the water element in the body, improves the function of the kidneys, bladder, and sexual glands, fosters a sense of emotional safety and comfort around intimacy and sexuality. It can also be found as a devotional gesture to express or evoke the union of masculine Shiva and feminine Shakti. So if that sounds like a mudra you think would be beneficial for you guys, we'll put the name in the description of the video as always, or wrap up there. I'll see you guys next month. All right, bye.